Hey guys, Adam here from Sapphire Comic Sanctuary. Merry Christmas to everyone out there, and happy holidays to those that do not celebrate Christmas but you celebrate some other sort of holiday. Anyways, it's a new comic book day review, so we're going to hop right into my polls for this week and what I thought of them. Might be spoiler, might not be. I'll do my best to keep it spoiler free. Alright, first up from Boom Studios, we have Something is Killing the Children. This is issue number 13. Here we start to see the white scarved House Slaughter folks go to town on the monsters, and we start to see just how vicious they are. We also see the aftermath when Erica saw another one of her superiors slit someone's throat, and it gets pretty crazy from there. But it looks like Erica is going to kind of be out of the picture for a little bit, while we focus on what's happening at school with these white scarf folk. But I thought this was very good. Something is Killing the Children is probably Tinian's strongest work this year. Absolutely love this issue. If you're not reading Something is Killing the Children, pick up the two trade paperbacks. There's Volume 1, there's Volume 2. They're both out. You can get them through your LCS. You can get them through cheapgraphicnovels.com, or you can get them through InStockTrades.com, or you can look at Amazon or a local bookstore. But Something is Killing the Children, very good. Right, next up we have Spider-Man 54 LR. Here we see what's going on with his crew, with the other rest of the Spider family, and basically they finally got Peter's memories and dreams. So now they are going to work to figure out what it is that Peter sinned for, and they come across Sin Eater, who is still a focus in the story. We also see Kindred as well. And it looks like there's something that Peter did during the death of Gwen Stacy that Kindred is trying to get him to admit. But this was a good read. Next up we have King in Black issue number 2. Fantastic read right here. We pick up right from where we left off when Eddie Brock was thrown from the rooftop. Marvel delivers, and Eddie Brock is pretty much near death in this book. But we get to see what happens to the Avengers when they try to take on Null. Dylan Brock also plays a huge role in this book, so we're probably starting to see the transition from Eddie Brock to Dylan Brock. So very interested to see where this goes. This has been a fantastic read. It's actually getting me kind of curious about the tie-ins, even though I hear like the early tie-ins, there's like there's nothing to do with Null in some of those early tie-ins. But maybe I'll check it out. Next week's supposed to be a light week, so who knows? But this was a good read. Highly recommend. If you read Venom, you like Donny Cates, definitely read King in Black issue number 2. Right. Next up, this book came out quite a while ago, but my LCS just got their copies in because they were sorted or damaged. So this is the replacement. Justice League Death Metal 57. Basically, we can sum this up as the Legion of Doom is Freya Perpetua's throne. The Omega Knight gets defeated, and we see Lex Luthor consider various options to lead into what led into Death Metal 5. But this was a good read. Great conclusion to the Justice League Death Metal tie-ins. Very satisfied. But yeah, Joshua Williams is a good writer, but unfortunately I don't think he's writing anything for DC in 2021. But good read. Highly recommend Justice League. Even if you don't like Death Metal, Justice League 50, I guess it's 50, 51 or 52 through 57 are fantastic Death Metal reads. You don't even need to read Death Metal to really understand it, but this was good. All right, next up we have Red Hood 52. Here we see a fashionista trying to exact revenge. Um, Kind of difficult to figure out what the hell's going on in this book. Don't really know what she is doing. But there's this group of people on the hill that want to be vigilantes like Red Hood, Batman, Robin, Batgirl, all that. Red Hood, it's all right, but I'm gonna give it to issue 55. If I still don't feel like it's hooking, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to drop this from my pull list. Which is fine. There's a shit ton of DC comics coming out, anyways. And did you not see the March solicits for Marvel? My goodness, there's a lot. All right. Next up is Endless Winter, Chapter 7, Justice League Dark, which is Justice League Dark 29. Really, really good read. This picks up right after Justice League Dark, issue 28, pretty much. So looks like it leads directly into follows up with what happened to the other place that Swamp Thing took over and transformed into the green and turned into a paradise. So we get some more history on the Endless Winter. We get some more history on the Frost King. In all honesty, I think I'm probably going to pick up the chapters that I'm missing from Endless Winter because it's actually a really, really good. It's actually a really well organized event. It's not like blow you out of the water, but the storytelling, the history, the flashbacks, they make up for it. And Justice League Dark, they need Swamp Thing to help defrost the world. So they take the green and they infuse it with the spirit of of Black Adam from way, way in the past during Hippolyta's time. But yeah, this was a good read. I liked it. All right, next up we got Harley Quinn, issue number 3 from the Batman White Knight universe. Fantastic read. We see them work on collecting details for the case. Uh, this has been a fantastic read. The White Knight universe is some of the strongest Batman story that I've read in the last 2 years. Forgive me, I didn't start reading comics till late 2017 and didn't really start seriously collecting them till 2018. But this was a fantastic read. Not a whole lot happened, not a lot of action, but there was a lot of questions answered and pastimes told that really helped with this book story. But I'm looking forward to where it goes from there. The person that Harley Quinn's working with is pretty obsessed with her back when she was with Joker. So we'll see what happens. Next up, we have Batman Beyond, issue number 50. This is the final issue. Um, Basically, we see the Batman Beyond kill a couple of people and collect some rare items. And Bruce Wayne suffers a heart attack and needs a heart transplant. Apparently, in this era, they have artificial hearts that they can just insert into you, and they gotta program it and run a bunch of tests on it. It's pretty crazy. Wonder Woman also plays a big role in this issue, helping Terry McGinnis out with with this character right here. This is Inqua, INQQUE. So I assume she was Batman Beyond's adversary, and she can no longer keep her shape. So she was doing some things to collect, and she has to answer for those crimes soon. But I found this to be a good read, good conclusion. Kind of sad to see this end because it was just a futuristic world, but I have confidence that I can probably find most of the back issues for this run. Next up, we have Batman Detective Comics issue 1033. This is Tomasi's final issue. Fantastic issue. Damian Wayne is back with Bruce Wayne Batman, and they go to rescue the Bat family from Hush. We get some wonderful storytelling between Hush and Bruce about their past and their goals and how they don't match up as well anymore. And we also see Nakano elected mayor. So Nakano, so this book leads is going to be it's a direct lead into DC Future State for Batman Dark Detective and the next Batman. I believe those are the two books called. So we'll see what happens. And this is a good read. I don't want to spoil it, so I will leave you off with this is a lead into Future State. Might become a key if Nakano proves to be a good character. This was a big DC week. So here we have we have Wonder Woman 769. This is the conclusion to Liar Liar versus Wonder Woman. So Liar Liar has this fantasy world that he lives in that she can use her powers to their fullest. She considers Wonder Woman to be the Black Ice Queen and her to be a noble knight. And she in Liar Liar talks about how her dad, Maxwell Lord, is constantly holding her back from her goals and all sorts of crazy stuff. But this I found to be an extremely good read. Good conclusion. Tamaki has done a fantastic job with her Wonder Woman run. I'm a little worried what she's going to do with the Batman Detective Comics because I am going to continue reading Detective Comics as she takes over in March and with Future State. So I'm hoping that she can put together a good story and tie things up and maybe leave it open to another story, which she did here. That will take place when Wonder Woman resumes in March and maybe discussed in Future State or something. But fantastic read. I don't know why people don't like Tamaki. I think she's a good reader. I mean, yeah, she does put her own personal opinions in there, but comics are written by writers who pull from the world around them, and Tamaki might be one of those writers that just does it way more than others. But I have nothing bad against Tamaki, so we'll see what she does with Detective Comics in the future. Anyways, on to my pick of the week, which is going to be Dark Knight's Death Metal: The Secret Origin. This is pretty much Superboy Prime's origin story, and how the Batman, the Darkest Knight, is trying to get Superboy Prime on his side. So this Clark Kent was really into reading Superman stories back in 1984 and 85. And then he discovered that he has the same powers as Superman, and he actually meets Superman, and he sees this world shattered before him, and that doesn't really sit well with him. So of course, he's wanting to have his world. He wants a world of his own that he can live in and possibly rule. But he decides against that, and him and the Darkest Knight go toe to toe, and he and Superboy Prime can hold his own against the Batman, the Darkest Knight. He actually brings the Darkest Knight into a realm of defeat, and ultimately he does sort of defeat the Darkest Knight on a new world that shatters into multiple worlds, but I think only one of those worlds actually survived, and that's the one that Superboy Prime wakes up on. So I'm really curious to see how this goes into Future State. So fantastic read, great origin story, good action, fantastic storytelling, great artwork. Looking forward to it. This is one of the last tie-ins, thank God, to the Secret Origin, to the Death Metal series, which concludes in January of 2021. So there you go. All right. Alright guys, so that was my pick of the weeks for December 23rd, 2020. Um, Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button. If you didn't like the video, you can hit the dislike button. Leave a comment below. What were your polls? What did you think of your polls this week? What are you looking forward to next week or in the future? Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I also have a Patreon. You can become a patron on there, $3 a month, and that gives you 24 hours unlimited access to any video that I upload. So that is that. Oh, and the notification bell in the upper right hand corner. Alright guys, have a good Christmas or holiday, and I will see you guys next week. Next week's supposed to be a light week, so be safe and be smart about what you do during this holiday season. Alright? Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.